Hi, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Let's talk about LumaFusion, okay? I know I'm a bit late on the whole LumaFusion party, but I actually just recently got LumaFusion on my iPad, but there is an Android version in the works right now. Actually, as of making this video, the beta version of the Android version is out on Android. So, yeah, definitely feel free to check that out. It's not a free app, but it's not as expensive as you might think. It's like $30 US on iPad, and I assume that it will eventually go to $30 on Android, but since the Android version is in beta, it's $20 right now, which is actually very good. The prices are in USD, and they're as of making this video. But yeah, let's get into LumaFusion, okay? First of all, you guys will see a dot when I move stuff and do stuff, blue dot. I think it's a brilliant addition because see, actually you can go into settings and I believe it's under preferences. You can hit show touches on or off. And it's actually pretty brilliant if you do what I do and, make guides and whatnot to help people with stuff. It's pretty good so they can actually see what you're doing and follow along. And then there's all the different folders here. This, as you would presume, goes into your folders and files and whatnot. But you'll have your imported stuff, story blocks, which is interesting. It automatically links to story blocks, free stuff as well. I assume if you're signed in, you could have it linked to a bit more. And, you can also put your different sources down here. I don't have a frame IO. You could also get stuff from your music specifically. But for my use, the best use is actually this button right here, which is import media. I'm going to click on the Files app. And then once I click on the Files app, I can either load stuff from my iPad directly or from my iCloud drive. Yes, I actually have some stuff on iCloud. Actually, let's go ahead and import this and import this, and honestly, I guess we'll import this as well. Why not? For the purposes of this, we're going to import all three of these items, and then we're going to hit open, and it will open all of those items because I did hit select all by accident instead of hitting open. That was my mistake there. And then if you want it down here, you can either drag and drop or you can actually just drop it in. Now, this is actually in vertical format because our last project was in vertical format because we were making a YouTube short, which you can actually make pretty easily here, but we want to switch it, so that's no problem at all. We're going to switch the frame rate to this. Okay. Duplicate and change. We are also going to switch to landscape mode. And you saw I did a duplicate and change there. If you want to go between your different projects, you'll just click here. These are different projects. And you can rename them as you want. We're just going to keep it that for the purpose of this. And there we go. And this project does technically have audio apparently. So if you want to put audio on a different track, you can do that, okay? And, the audio and video are each on their own track. And let's say we want to add a certain something. We will, add that. And it adds to the beginning because it adds wherever wherever that is. Whenever the playhead is, that's where it added it. And again, if we want to bring this to its own audio, we do that there. And then, let's say we want this to overlay over here. It's as simple as just putting here, and you can't see the overlay. You can see it a little bit, but we might want to fix that actually. So we can actually make the size bigger or smaller as we need. Make it a little bit smaller so it will fit in there. We can move it a bit if we want, and then once we're done, we can put it like that. And then there you go, plain simple, to the point, which I think is very good. We can do even more though. That's not all we can do. We can add text. We can add voiceover. We can add whatever we want. And that is probably one of my favorite things. I'm still using the Apple Pencil for all of this. Okay, so here's the thing. I know I said that's one of my favorite things. I know what you're thinking, but it's normal for any editing app to be able to do certain things like this. Not every mobile app, okay? Like there are certain mobile apps that you see, like iMovie, for example, only lets you create one layer above it, one text layer and whatnot. Here we can have as many, well, we can have more than one overlay text layer. Now that might not look like more than one for you because they're stacked on top of each other, but I'll actually fix that for you guys. I'll move this down here, and just so you guys are aware that it's different, I'll just do that there, so you guys can easily see that they're both different text right there. And yeah, to me, this is worth the price even for this stuff right here. But it's actually a full-on editor, more so than you'd think. Because, okay, you can do transitions, you can do voiceover. But right now, let's say I want to double-click this, right? And then all the stuff here that I might want to change. These are like just effects that it has by default. It's like, oh, do you want these? that's cool. If you do, if you don't want, that's fine. That actually let me change the speed of the clip. Yeah, and of course, changing the speed, it's going to change the duration. So that actually is pretty cool. Maintain audio pitch, reverse if I want to. If you don't want these settings, you can simply undo as many times as till you get back to the get-go. And then, yeah, it's actually pretty good. If we go down here, that the stabilize. And then this is the colors and effects. Okay, so press any preset to begin. Okay, so this is anti-green. You know, we can just change stuff as we need. If we think that the effect is a little too much, we can lower the level a bit. Decide we don't want it, we can just delete it. No harm, no foul. Then, you know, here's edgy. Yeah, everyone likes edgy, right? So, yeah, just playing around with that. So, I guess this right here, what I'm on, not only would it, I guess that would be your basic color grading equivalent, I guess, is what I'm getting at essentially. And then let's say we want to keep that there. We don't gotta do anything. We can just keep it there. And yeah. And say for the final touch, we do want to add this. Now this, I will say, is actually a PNG. So it has a transparent background. We can resize it multiple ways, actually. We can pinch to zoom, or we can drag the edges. Remember, this is still an iPad, so we can pinch to zoom. Yeah. Or we can drag the edges, like I mentioned, and let's put this here. Okay? Yeah. I think that will be fine. With him there, he's like, yo, text here. No, no, no. Okay, don't mind me. And then say we're like, oh, we want to, you know, change this location so he's not overlapping there. Well, then we just change that there, like that, plain and simple. I know this is very weird, but this was just like a simple review tutorial. I don't know what you want to call it. I guess overview would be the correct term, but yeah, and this is what you can do, and you can even do more. We haven't even got into all of the audio stuff because I am recording this on the iPad, so I'm not sure how much will pick up for the audio. But yeah, with the audio stuff, let's click on an audio track real quick. As you see here, you can bring up the gain, down the gain as you need, and just, you know, change stuff with it. And then if we double click here, you would see not only gain, you would see the graphic equalizer, and then the graphic equalizer, the limiter. I like putting limiters on a lot of my, you know, audio because, you know, in case there's that time where I'm like super excited and, you know, get so loud that, you know, peak and then, you know, it clips my audio because I'm too loud. So yeah, stuff like that is actually Very helpful. Delay, distortion, reverb, pitch, all these stuff. And then, there's your favorites. So, if you have a favorite, you can start right here and it will add it to your favorites. So if there's like certain audio effects you use all the time, you can favorite them. You can also favorite video effects as well, but let's not get into that right now. And then that's just about everything. When you're done, you can either be like, you know what, I don't want to, render it out yet. I want to go back to one of my other projects. You just click on the other project and you're back. You want to go back? Go back again. And then after you're done with everything, then you actually can go to render it out. Now, you can make it an XML project as well, technically, but that would cost like, I believe, $20 to $30 more dollars. It's a paid add-on within the app itself. If you guys are interested in how that works, let me know and I will see what I can do about that. But yeah, to export, you can export audio only, but in most cases, you want to export movie, you can export straight to Vimeo, YouTube, or straight to your photos. Since you're on the iPad or the iPhone, that does work fully well on the iPhone, or a tablet if you're on the Android version. Basically, I recommend like a tablet or an iPad versus an iPhone or an Android phone. Phones are perfectly fine in a pinch, don't worry. I'm just saying that a bigger screen, this benefits from a bigger screen. You can save it at, I didn't realize it was 4K resolution. But yeah, you know what? Let's save this video. Real time showing you guys how long it will take. Now, it's not a super big video. I think it's like 14 seconds or whatever, but it is 4K, about 60 FPS. Okay. Video quality, we can change it to ultra. We want it to be best video quality. As you can see, that made it quite a bit higher, whatever. But you know what? We're going to export it anyway. I'm going to show you guys. I'm not even clipping this. We're going to see fully how long it takes. Because this is a 17, about 18-second video. We're seeing how long it takes. This is like the highest settings. I did a few little things to it. Okay, and it saved it. Actually, just to show you guys that it did, in fact, save it, we're going to create a new project. I'm going to have it just do everything that it has been added. And then this is where the fun gets into play. We are going to go to the clip that we just made. Yeah. We are going to go to the clip that we just made. It should be somewhere here. Oh, I was in the wrong section. Silly me. Okay, so we are going to go to the clip that we just made, which is this clip, and then drag it down here, just to confirm that this is indeed the clip we just made. As you can see, we the video was a bit longer than the text because we didn't set everything proportionately, but that was just a test to show you guys. And yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Did it make you want to get LumaFusion? Are you a big fan of it? Are you like, I don't think so. I don't really edit enough on my iPad or on my iPhone enough to warrant. Let me know your thoughts, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.